Okay, we left off with Mothflight. And
Now we're moving on to Fallowfern.
I don't know who that is.
She's one of the Sky Clan cats.
Ah, that explains it.
Yeah, after the Sky Clan comes back from the gorge and settles around the lake, there's a huge issue over territory because Sky Clan isn't used to living around other clans.
I guess?
And Fallowfern was a warrior who started to develop hearing loss. So she would accidentally cross clan boundaries and then not hear people calling at her.
Not hear people yelling, "Get out!" I mean, I guess.
In one case, she actually gets into a fight with a Shadow Clan cat. And it's kind of annoying because it's more like Fallowfern is used to demonstrate the rising tensions between Sky Clan and the other clans.
Yeah.
Instead of an actual character.
Yeah, more of a plot device again. Okay.
Alright. Snow Kit!
Yes. He's deaf and then gets carried off by a hawk because he couldn't hear the warning.
He was sacrificed on the altar of Speckletail and Blue Star. Honestly, the whole scene makes no sense. Why doesn't Speckletail just run and pick up her kit instead of yelling at the kit that she already knows is deaf?
Yeah.
Or any of the other cats move. And then there's this whole build up to the moment where Blue Star, Speckletail, I think it's Cinderpelt, and a bunch of the other queens are arguing about Snow Kit's
purpose.
What
future.
Can he do? His future. And Blue Star is he'll never be a warrior. He'll never be a warrior.
Yeah, straight into the Elders Den, I guess.
And then right after, there's a whole conversation about why he can't be a warrior.
He gets literally carried off by a hawk, thus neatly demonstrating how he could not be a warrior.
Yeah, and then after that, Blue Star's alright, Star Clan has abandoned us. I only like Cloudtail because he's an atheist.
Yeah. Friendship with Star Clan is ended. I am only friends with Cloudtail.
Unfriended. It just feels like it's just meant for the shock. To emphasize how dangerous clan life is.
Yeah, a lot of the books seem very they're not terribly structured, and there is a lot of progression from one event into the next. But also it is very episodic and soap opera-y. So I feel a lot of the described events that disable cats are sort of meant for that dramatic cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh, what'll happen next? I really hate it. They never made
there is
any
so
attempt.
much cat-on-cat violence in these books. I'm amazed anyone let kids read them.
Well, it was this or Harry Potter. And then you'll turn into a witch or get possessed by demons.
Yeah, I guess Warrior Cats is... I mean, Warrior Cats is... I do hold Warrior Cats close to my heart. Far more than Harry Potter, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who's next?
Jagged Peak from Dawn of the Clans.
Yeah. He gets injured and then is sort of used to show how Clear Sky is an asshole.
Yeah, Clear Sky literally kicks him out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes, isn't it? You have someone who's kind of dictator-ish, and then they decide no weakness, and they no longer care about the injured or the old people.
I'm sorry, Jagged Peak is hurt, but the good of the group is what's important. Every cat has to contribute, or none of us will survive.
Yeah, like, that's usually used as, like, one of those steps to, being evil. Like, that's obviously how it goes.
I just...
Like, you lose your
Yeah.
trust in your warrior ancestors, and then bam, you're murdering all the sick people.
Yeah, but this is Jagged Peak, so this is Dawn of the Clan.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's a different thing.
Yeah. But it's really annoying because there's just the constant undercurrent of you have to be of use, you have to not be a burden.
I mean, that is shown how Clear Sky is wrong.
It is. It really is. And Jagged Peak is unique in that, like, he keeps living and actually plays a huge role in the formation of the clans.
And because he takes place in, like, starting all the clans, he doesn't have that, but however will I be a warrior now character arc.
Right, he just gets right to work. Like, okay, I'm out of Clear Sky's group. I'm gonna head over to Windrunners.
Yeah.
Because that's where my brother Greywing is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one thing that is annoying, though, is that once again, someone's disability is used as a romantic step because a Jagged Peak does go through the feeling of thinking he's not capable and, like, unable to provide and stuff and help out with the new group in Windrunners group. But it's Holly, his love interest, who proves to him that he's still capable.
In more ways than one, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh! Why would you say that? I don't want to think of that.
Does he have any children? Just wondering.
Yeah, he has a lot of children.
No, oh good.
Not as much as J-Wing, but a lot.
Oh good. So, who's next on the list?
Blue Star.
Yeah.
Obviously depression.
Yeah.
And I have some complicated feelings about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of shown that it's because of Blue Star's depression that she is starting to harm her clan. And there's the whole idea of, like, disabled people, specifically people with mental illness, are dangerous and, like, they're just gonna cause harm or harm others.
Yeah, I think I think her character arc, like, when I first read it, it was very, like, moving, very interesting.
It definitely was interesting, and it's well written, not just for Warrior Cat's book. It's well written, period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah, I guess it does play into that whole thing about mental illness just causes you to hurt people or whatever.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's so prevalent in today's society. Like, as somebody shoots up a school and the talk immediately goes to, how do we keep guns out of mentally ill people's hands?
Yeah, I mean, but that's just more of a political deflection from any real solution.
Yeah, that's true. But it still does kind of
happen. Yeah.
Play a part. Like, it all builds on itself. Like, when someone calls 911 for a health emergency,
and
a mental health
gets
emergency,
shot because of it.
And then, well, in a lot of states, a cop is required to be there when someone's experiencing a mental health crisis, just in case they turn dangerous.
Yeah, so if people don't get killed, then they do get, like, injured or traumatized, and yeah. It's not great.
Exactly, and then, like, Blue Star is not taking care of her clan, and is, like, changing people's names to Lost Face.
Yep. And, like, yeah. Just really going through it.
But then at the same time, when depressed people don't have access to healthcare, like, they can harm others. So it is a complicated discussion.
Yeah.
Again, not one that I think Warrior Cats is equipped to handle.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny if they just introduced, like, this plant cures anxiety and depression. We just have cat antidepressants now that they know about and that they use, and people get prescribed this.
Why not?
Yeah, that is true. They do have, like, a lot of just weird medicine stuff that's not realistic.
I do think it's much better than showing that Blue Star just, I don't know, needed to get out of her cave and then everything would be fine. Because, like, you can also see her having bouts of depression in Blue Star's prophecy.
Yeah.
So it's something she's been dealing with as a kid. I think it just feels weird is because this is the first time it's appeared in the book.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
series.
Being used as a way to show that ThunderClan is in danger of failing.
So, who's next?
Pale Bird.
Who?
Tall Tale's mother.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So, she has about a postpartum depression. After Finchkit dies, Pale Bird and Tallkit don't feel bonded together. And, like, when Tall Tale's talking about his mother, he's like, she didn't let herself feel anything.
Yeah, so postpartum depression.
Yeah, but actually it's a really good portrayal of it.
Okay, that's good.
Because usually in media, when someone has postpartum depression, they skip right to postpartum depression psychosis, which is a symptom, but not everyone has psychosis, and it's just always like depictions of parents drowning their children.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
it goes straight to, like, all the most negative outcome.
Yeah, specifically drowning in bathtubs.
In order to, like, I guess, inspire, like, get a reaction from the audience. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know, maybe it'd be different if Warrior Cats had bathtubs. And then you feel like, well, yep, just letting Tallkit drown.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so normally mothers with PPD in media are always killing their children. But Pale Bird does not do that. In fact, it's shown that she still loves Tallkit, even if there's that distance between them.
Yeah, so it's depicted with more nuance than is usually used, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, that is good.
I mean, but also at the same time, her distance from Tall Tale is one of his motivators in feeling disconnected from the clan and leaving.
Which I guess is a good exploration of how that can affect other people.
Yeah.
Like the kid.
I think it's because it's a super edition that we get so much time with Pale Bird, so we really understand the way her mind works. Like, I feel like if this was in an arc, it would have just been glanced over, and then a Pale Bird would have been another example of just being used as a pawn in order to motivate someone else's character growth.
Okay, well, I'm glad that they did give it time to, like...
Yeah, super editions are
develop.
all about, like, character studies, so... You gotta study those characters.
Yeah.
Next is Petalfall.
Who?
Another SkyClan cat.
Yeah, that explains why I haven't heard of them.
So, this is after SkyClan's destiny. When the two legs come back to the gorge, so there's less prey around. And Petalfall is an elder. She has epilepsy, or what's referred to in the book as failing sickness.
Okay.
And,
Gets a fun cat name for epilepsy.
Petalfall. It's actually a really pretty name.
Mm. Yeah, and then what happens?
Well, with the 2 legs around, there's less prey. So Petalfall just eats less prey. Like, she starves herself so that other people can eat. Like, toothless old badgers like me don't deserve the pick of the fresh kill pile. And it's just the whole self-sacrificial, the elders, their life's not worth anything, they might as well just die, you know.
Yeah.
The same thing that happened with the elders staying in the forest instead of going on the journey to the lake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tall Star!
Yeah.
My favorite leader.
Tall boy.
Yes, he's a tall boy. He's a tall gay boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tall Star has PTSD.
Yep.
Like, that's just really obvious.
Yeah, that's just what sort of propels him to go on his whole quest of revenge, right?
Well,
like, it's
a factor. But, like, even from just being a young kid, when he's learning how to tunnel from sand gorse and some of the sand falls in and covers his mouth so he can't breathe, that just, like, he thinks of that every single time he's being taught how to tunnel.
Yeah. So he just has a traumatic experience with the tunneling, and it just sort of follows him around.
Yeah, and it describes him having, like, panic attacks. But then it all just kind of disappears after he forgives Sparrow.
So glad. I'm sure PTSD is as easy to deal with in real life.
I mean, I guess one factor of that is that it might not be as prevalent. Like, before Tall Tale leaves, Heather Starr decided to get rid of tunneling altogether.
Yeah, so then the main trigger to his PTSD is gone, so...
But then when he's on his journey to find Sparrow, he still has the flashbacks and the panic attacks.
Yeah.
So it really does appear more like it's just gone after he forgives Sparrow.
Yeah. I guess they could have given it, like, a bit more time to, like, develop, or a bit more care as, like, a character element, character beat.
Yeah. Next is one that I'm really excited about. Greywing.
Yeah.
He has asthma, and his asthma eventually forces him to retire. But even though he's forced to retire, he still does a lot. Like, he's one of the people who came up with the name clans. He finds an herb to cure the clan. He leads Shadow Clan. He rescues Starflower. Like, he does all this with his disability instead of just being forced to the Elder's Den. I guess one part that has changed is that this is pre-clans, so they might not...
So they don't have that automatic kit to Elder pipeline. Do disabled kits who just go straight to the Elder's Den, do they get, like, an official name?
I think they do.
Yeah.
Because it would just be so weird if you had elders just going around like Kit.
Yeah, or just, like, Paw. Like, oh yeah, you are apprentice stage, but you're not, like, actually apprentice, so you're just going to the Elder's Den. Yeah.
Definitely. But it's really nice because, well, he has a lot of kits, he leads clans, he finds the herb to cure everyone.
Yeah.
Like, he's still a part of it. And even when he's stopped being such an active part, people are still coming to him for advice.
He's not seen, like, he's a main character who has a lot of agency and importance, and he just sort of lives a full life.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the whole story arc where he's like, oh no, I'm disabled, I can never live my life again, I hate myself.
Yeah.
So it's nice to just skip over that and see him get to the business of just living and being awesome. Alright, Leopard Star. I just want to say fuck Leopard Star. Like, I know Feathertail forgives her for, like, telling Stonefer to kill them, but, like, oh, no.
But, yeah, and I get that she probably, like, there's just so much politicking in Warrior Cats, and so I get that, I mean, joining with Tiger Star was, like, a political maneuver, but, it's just, like, come on. Maybe don't go, oh yes, Stonefer, prove your loyalty by murdering 2 apprentices.
Yeah, murder these children.
So what does she have?
She has diabetes, which is confirmed on Twitter, but she has this slow, lingering death because of her untreated diabetes, which isn't a problem until the drought, I guess, because that means there's less prey, so she's not able to get the nutrients she needs.
Yeah, I guess that's an interesting way to, like, bring in less... Like, it looks like in later stuff they bring in more natural, like, disabilities. Like, not everything is just caused by a
injury.
Tree falling on
a
someone.
Tree falls on you, a rabbit blinds you, boom.
You get hit by a car, presumably all 3 at once. Yeah, so it's, like, more natural, like, just different disabilities.
Yeah, which, I mean, she deals with excessive thirst and hunger, she goes through weight loss, fatigue, her vision blurs, and she starts getting headaches. So it is just, she has untreated diabetes, and eventually she dies, because unless there's a plan out there that can inject insulin, how would they treat it?
They have antidepressant leaf, and then they have insulin berry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So next is Lily Whisker. She appears very briefly in Tall Star's Revenge, but it's not so much her appearance in Tall Star's Revenge that I want to talk about. It's something else. So she gets paralyzed with a hind leg. She was a tunneler that was forced to retire early, and later she appears in the Dark Forest, and she fights with the Dark Forest cats because she has this festering hatred from her injury, cutting her life off as a warrior.
That just... Oh, geez, I guess if Cinderpelt hadn't had the outlet of being a medicine cat, that she really would have gone to the dark side.
And what's really annoying is that it's the cats in the Dark Forest that keep their disabilities and their scars.
Yeah.
And then it's
like,
the cats in StarClan who, like, gets a chance... Oh, wait. I'm trying to move so I can do air quotes.
Yeah.
Gets a chance to be, like, happy or whatnot. And it's so annoying because it kind of frames disability as this punishment for these cats for not believing in StarClan.
Which then also ties back into Jay Feather being blind.
Doesn't it?
Like, was that a punishment from StarClan? Or was that just a thing that happened?
I mean, Mothblight was really mad at Leafpool.
Oh, God.
She was like, what the fuck are you doing breaking my code?
It's like I spent hours writing that.
Did you know my paw could hold a pen? I had to find that out. Like, excuse me, Mothflight. Didn't you have clans with a cat from... didn't you have kits with a cat from Shadow Clan?
And, like, every medicine cat seems to have some forbidden love interest. It's not... I don't think it's that big a deal. Oh my God. Was Broken Star Yellowfang's punishment?
Right, because Yellowfang goes like, I feel like Broken Star was my punishment.
Like, if any of my kids survived, it would have been the bad one. Like, okay, so does StarClan do shit like this?
Like, because now we have two medicine cats connecting it, and then we have the people in the Dark Forest being disabled. Like, what is going on?
Does that happen? Does StarClan answer me?
If StarClan's mad at someone, they drop a tree on them.
Why did they drop a tree on Firestar?
I think... No, that was Tiger Star that dropped the tree on him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like with other cats, like they'll get rid of...
Oh yeah, Mudclaw.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many cats who become disabled after getting trees dropped on them. Seriously, it's an epidemic. Stay away from trees!
Trees are dangerous. This has been a PSA.
Yes, this is your parent-teacher conference. Oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe StarClan does that sort of thing.
Yeah, fuck StarClan if they do, like... And if they don't, then I guess we're sorry for slandering their good name.
They do not have a good name. StarClan's all, Leaf Pool, run away with Crowfeather and have kits.
They're all, but there's 4 trees, so there can only be 4 clans.
SkyClan, go and starve! Oh gosh, speaking of SkyClan, we have Shrewtooth.
Yeah.
I really love Shrewtooth and his appearances in the manga, which I was able to read for free at Barnes & Noble, sitting in their aisle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Shrewtooth obviously has some form of PTSD. His story is that the 2 legs abused him. He shows elements of distrust and anxiety, irritability, paranoia, and flashbacks. Like, anytime he sees 2 cats talking away and, like, maybe they just happen to glance in his direction,
he assumes...
Like, they hate me. They're gonna kick me out. They're gonna send me back to the 2 legs. And, like, that's especially what he thinks when he went on... I can't remember if it was a patrol or just, like, a hunting trip or something with Leafstar. And they walked past the 2-leg place where he used to live.
And he's like, are you going to abandon me? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad. But it's great to see, like, a more understanding portrayal of the character's mental health problems. Like, his PTSD isn't something that makes him dangerous to his clan.
Yeah.
And I really like that they did that. Like, he's showed compassion by the clan.
Yeah. And it's probably good for the writers to, like, explore the impact of humans on, like, the cats, right, beyond, like, oh, so-and-so was a kitty pet, or, oh, during the summer when they come back to the camping grounds, they scare off all the prey or whatever, although I guess that would also happen, so... Like, also be a realistic outcome.
Yeah, that's true. And, like, he's still able to do stuff in the clan. Like, he's the one that figures out that you can line the den with wool from the sheep.
Oh, yeah.
To make it warmer for the kits and the elders. And then when Leafstar's kits go missing, he's the one that figures out where they're going, because... Oh, crap. Who kidnapped Leafstar's kids?
So, well, didn't he lead them off in order to make a big deal about finding them?
Yeah, and then they got trapped by 2 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he figured out that it was Soul because Soul had rolled in some sort of stinky herb.
Yeah.
And he was like, now why would you do that? And then he, like, put it all together.
Yeah,
and it was down. It's pretty impressive. I love Shrewtooth. But at the same time, at least in SkyClan's Destiny, he's more of a background character, and the reveal that he was abused and the reason why he has these random outbursts and, like, yelling and whatever, and, like, freaking out because he thinks someone's dead, is because he was abused. That reveal is more used as, like, a way for Leafstar to go, like, and all the other clan cats to go, like, let's go beat up some two-legs together as a way to demonstrate that we are a clan.
I guess?
Like,
that's one way to do it.
Yeah. Like, that's very cathartic, and I think that is really good for Shrew Tooth.
Yeah, just like, let's go kick the shit out of some assholes, why don't we?
Yeah, but at the same time, it still feels like his abuse and PTSD is just another prop in the story.
Used for more clan bonding.
I mean, but that's kind of how it happens when these cats get initially disabled, or the reveal that they are disabled happens, is it is just a prop. But then their lives continue past that point. I think that's just the nature of the way Warrior Cats is written. Like, it follows generations, so you're going to see these cats appear more and more, and the more a character is used, the more character you can give a character.
Yeah.
So that is really nice.
Yeah.
There's not much to talk about with Whitewater and Oddfoot.
What happens with both of them?
Oh, Whitewater was born half-blind and forced to retire early. Oddfoot, it's just a background character, and he's an elder, born with a paw twisted inward.
Yeah. Like Deadfoot.
But Sparrowpelt.
Yes.
Okay, Sparrowpelt's name was changed to Halftail. And he was around when Barry Nose and Finleap was around. So that's
Wait, really?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Halftail died in the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, but alright. But he was still around, and he had to create new ways of balancing because he was missing part of his tail.
Yeah, presumably all these disabled cats are watching the cats that later become disabled from StarClan.
Yeah, like,
I assume.
Why do they never, like, have these elders who have become disabled or are born disabled, like, pass
on
their
knowledge?
Techniques down? Like, Brightheart trains all the apprentices how to fight with one eye.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't cats who've had to learn how to fight blind or half blind or, like, missing part of their tail or something pass that knowledge down?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like, there's so much emphasis put on, like, oh, elders have much wisdom and we need to respect our elders.
But, like, also, I'm sorry, did you say something about hunting techniques? I did not hear you, and I'm going to, like, wander in the other direction while I invent all these cool new hunting techniques. Thank you. Anyways. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and next we have Barry Nose, who was missing his tail.
Yeah. Very stumpy tail.
It's just really nice because he doesn't go through that arc where he's like, oh, I hate myself, I can't be a warrior. He just goes, like, I'm just like a warrior now. Every warrior has wounds. It shows how brave they are, and then, like, he's really excited about it and everything.
Like, I think later he does have some anxiety over what his warrior name will be, but I'd say he has good reason for that.
Like, when you're living with cats named One Eye and Halftail.
Although I think at that point they don't have any cats that are, like, obviously named after their disabilities, but that's still a thing that happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it also isn't much. Like, he just gets on with his life, and that's... Besides, I think, like, Greywing, that's not something that most...
Yeah. Like, Barry Nose has...
are allowed to do.
Something of a tragic end, and it's besides. It's unrelated to him missing a tail.
Yeah. So next we have White Eye, whose name was changed to One Eye when she became an elder.
Why, though? Like, the name itself, White Eye, already referred to the fact that she was blind in one eye. They're like, no, we need to make it more on the nose.
Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be more obvious why you're in here.
Yeah, so she retired after she started losing her hearing, but, okay, this is a mistake the Erin's maid, because she's either half blind from birth or half blind from a badger attack.
Mm. So, like, who knows? Who cares that much?
Yeah. But, like, White Eye was able to train as a warrior and, like, be an apprentice, even though she was half blind.
Mm.
And I really feel like she should have trained Brightheart.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
One instance that does bother me with White Eye is that in the short play that got released, The Elder's Concern, where all the elders are talking about how did they feel about Fireheart being made deputy, and like Blue Star's completely lost it.
Oh, great. I mean, I guess all the cats are kind of very bigoted against outsiders.
It's also that, like, Tiger Claw just attacked their leader and ran off.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of turmoil happening. So, but while they're all up discussing, like, White Eye wakes up, because she wasn't included in the discussion, and Dappletail, one of the other elders, is like, we'll be up all night if we tried to make White Eye hear. We'll be up all night if they tried to make One Eye hear them, and was like, oh, just go to bed, and
it's
just
like this is kind of very important. Please include everyone in, like. Oh, by the way, the last deputy just tried to murder our leader, and now we have a new deputy. Like.
Yeah, it's not good. Especially because, like, people who are deaf or mute or blind or, like, have auditory processing disorder or stammer or anything that makes communicating more difficult, they're just discluded from a lot
isolated.
Of conversations anyways.
Yeah.
Because people just don't want to have to make the extra effort.
Yeah. Which, like, I guess I understand, but...
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's very wrong.
Yeah. Like, people should be included, even if that is difficult. Yeah.
Exactly. Next is Nightstar.
Mm-hmm.
Nightstar was born with some sort of continuous cough and chronic illness that got worse as he aged.
And that's why he ended up dying?
Yes. He didn't have to die, but
like,
StarClan...
if StarClan had just given
StarClan,
him 9 lives,
why?
Like, I'm pretty sure StarClan might have been able to just take Broken Star's lives, or something, I don't know, orchestrate his death in some way.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, Nightstar in Yellowfang's secret is he's Nightpelt at that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nightpelt says, I am still a warrior inside. I hope that one day I will find new ways to prove this besides warrior duties. Because as he started to get more sick, he's not
unable to participate in, like, the daily activities.
Yeah, but he was given Broken Paw as an apprentice.
Okay, so he did, like, get an apprentice regardless of,
Yeah, the idea was Broken Paw is a bit of a wild child, so Nightpelt, who's a very calm, methodical person, would be able to,
so
like,
he
rein
also
him in.
not only gets an apprentice, but it's unrelated to his disability.
Exactly. Like, a lot of other times when disabled cats get apprentices, it's like, oh, you guys have similar disabilities, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like...
It makes a lot of sense, because then they'd be able to pass on their knowledge.
Help out. But, like, having it so that the disabled warriors only get apprentices when that apprentice has a disability.
Yeah, and, like, even though he was disabled, he became the leader. which doesn't happen often, besides with maybe Crooked Star.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, if a cat becomes disabled, like Reed Feather was the deputy and was going to become leader after Heather Star died, but, like, he got some sort of shoulder wound that made him walk with a limp, so he wasn't able to become leader because he had a limp.
Oh,
No, it doesn't make any sense. Stop.
But, like, other cats become deputies, even though, like, Deadfoot was a deputy.
Yeah. And, I don't know, Red Feather is another person. Reed Feather, is another person who definitely should have been made...
Like, leader?
Leader. Like, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, so it's nice to see... Nightpelt get to be Nightstar.
Yeah.
Even if he never received his 9 lives.
And I guess the reason why he didn't receive his 9 lives was also unrelated to his disability.
True. It was more Blue Star being an idiot.
Like ShadowClan has a right to
decide ShadowClan and WindClan
Broken Star does with what happens to Broken Star.
ShadowClan and WindClan should have decided what happened to Broken Star, because he's the one that they...
Yeah, he should have been, like, extradited or whatever.
Or just straight up killed.
Yeah.
Yellowfang ultimately made the right decision. I know it's, like, kind of portrayed as, oh no, Yellowfang's doing something horrible and evil and poisoning Broken Tail.
It's kind of sad that Yellowfang had to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Like, anyone else could have. Anyone else should have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Yellowfang should never have had to kill her own son due to the fact that she felt responsible for the atrocities he committed. That wasn't right.
No, that was not right. So, a last cat on the list.
But I guess that's, like, the drama that happens.
Is Bright Flower.
Who's?
Yellowfang's mom.
Okay, what's...
She goes mad with grief after Broken Star's like, Yellowfang killed your kids. So, yeah.
And then
one of the Erins said on Twitter that she was in the dark forests and she was filled with hate and subsequently shocked and no longer sane. And that's just so fucking ableist. Like,
she went mad with grief after her children died.
And
then ended up in the dark forest, so she went irredeemably evil.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, she freaked out because her kids died and now she's evil.
Like, I know on some level, a lot of the Warrior Cats, like, plot points are, like, a lot based around, like, the drama. It's basically a soap opera, so, like... It's just, like, continuous dramatic things happening, and so a lot of the things that happen are, like, not right in some way, like...
Yeah.
But also, yeah, this was just, like, did she appear in any of the, like, actual books besides Yellowfang's Secret?
I think she gets mentioned briefly in the first arc, but I don't remember if she appeared in there.
So she was a minor character who did not need to be retconned into going to the Dark Forest.
Because she was no longer sane.
Yeah. And that's all the characters?
Well, that's all the characters that I know of that are disabled. If you know of any more... Or if there's more in the books I haven't gotten a chance to read.
Yeah.
Comment below.
Yeah, I guess the main issues then are that, like these issues aren't exactly unique to Warrior Cats or anything, so Warrior Cats is not, like, uniquely bad in this regard, or uniquely ableist, but, like, yeah, having characters get disabled as, like, some sort of tragic circumstance, having it be more for the plots, having the disabled characters be more side characters than the main characters who are actually important. Like, they're more there to inspire action than anything else, than, like, have a character arc. Yeah.
So that's all I've got.
Yeah.
I was stuck in bed. You're stuck here with me, but now you may go and live your lives. Go, be cute, keep gay, be crime.
Yeah.
Bye!
Hope you enjoyed a hour-and-a-half long ramble about warrior cats. 'Cause we did.
We definitely did.